All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Since you too is Pastor Dow. Um, I know the news is bad. It really, truly is bad. But what did I tell you what was going to start taking place? I said it years ago. I'm just going to echo the same thing again. Now, believe me, I understand that the politicians are going to use everything as an opportunity, especially the Democrats. I understand that the news media is going to flood. They're going to spin things. They're going to do everything they can to garner favor with you, the general American public, to bring about even more of a racial divide that's going on in this country. Regardless of somebody's so-called perceived alleged criminal history, each incident is isolated and it warrants its own attention and judgment. And the reason why I say that because a lot of times when the cops are actually pulling somebody over and then they shoot and kill somebody, the first thing that everybody likes doing is going back into their past and then trying to say that nobody can be rehabilitated, nobody can actually change and stuff or anything, and they like to use their criminal past as a justification for them being murdered and assassinated. I'm gonna use that because now people are calling it an assassination attempt. I woke up this morning, I hadn't even been up a good 5 minutes. I turned on and looked at a couple of things on the internet and here, and immediately, what did I see? I think it was 4 or 5 cops in Dallas. And Dallas, the big city, is on lockdown, has been shot in sniper attack. Now, you tell me that there's not a lot going on. You tell me that the same thing that they're doing over in third world countries, that they're doing everything they can to control the population. Tell me it's not happening. But I always told you this, though. I told you it was going to happen. I called it before it happened. I told you that cops was going to start dying on the streets because people just simply are not going to continue to keep putting up with this injustice. And you know what? Are there good cops in uniform? I'm sure that there are. But because you wear it by the American public, and guess what? Regardless of what the news media say, regardless of what the court system say, guess what? The people are voting. And remember, there's 330 million people. There ain't that many police out there on the street. I know that people hate straightforward, uncut speech. But you can't continue to keep going around committing heinous crimes and perpetuating crimes and think that the uniform is going to protect you. Because when you wear the uniform, in the eyes of the American public, the court of public opinion, they're going to judge you as evil. And no doubt somebody in Dallas has judged the police as evil. And they have actually met a fate that maybe some of them didn't deserve. But you have to understand, regardless of, again, the spin of the news media, regardless of what the laws in this land says, when the people see that there's no justice, they're going to start making and taking justice for themselves because literally, some of them believe that we are literally at war. It's the government is at war against its people. I'm up in New York, right? I just got finished crossing over a couple of toll bridges. It was unbelievable to me how they're just raping, lynching, pillaging, and robbing the people. They already have high taxation up here in New York as is. But to charge $15 to go over a bridge one way and $16 to come back, and then you have to pay $5 a few times just to get there, and they already are taking money from the taxpayers. This is no doubt a communist country. And I can't understand why people are proud of New York. There's not a damn thing in this world to be proud about, to be living in New York, stacked up like sardines. You can't even breathe in this place. Oh, mercy. And you know, the sad part about it is when you get used to an environment like this, everything else seems abnormal. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, with the way that racial tensions are running and the way that the news media is race baiting, they're going to control the narrative because they've been doing it all this time. And tensions are going to continue to keep running high. And there's going to be a lot more people that's going to die, both in uniform and out of uniform. I just got finished performing a wedding. I haven't had the opportunity to keep up with the news. But I tell you this, the powers that be, and I'll say it again, they sure do know what they're doing. Now, why is organizations like Black Lives Never Matter? Because simply, I'm going to tell you a reason why. And the NAACP, why does it never, ever, ever work? Because it's been hijacked. And we don't have people intelligent enough to know how to actually keep moles out of the organization. And we need to ask ourselves, how's the NRA so successful? And then why are the people who want to mobilize, be you black or white, against this government, especially because we have a right to protest the government for redressing a grievance. They even get to the point where they're making that a crime. I don't know how that the cops can lock down a city when there are more people in the city than there are cops. If anything, it seems to me that the people should lock down the cops, because they're the ones who are committing all these heinous crimes. They're the ones who are murdering people unjustly. So yeah, you're going to get people that's going to see things from both sides of the fence and everything. But the truth is, you can't argue with reality. And these kangaroo courts that we have, nobody can trust the so-called justice that is going on in those courts, because there is no justice in there. Excuse me. Whenever our courts fail us, the court of public opinion will vote themselves. It almost seems like a revolution is getting ready to start, don't it? It really truly does. Consider what I say. Want to be powerful as a people? When we join together, not only can you use words, but you're going to vote with your feet. You're going to vote with your time, your energy, and your effort, and your money. And that's the truth. And that's the true straight way. And I'm sorry to say, I'm going to give you the American public opinion and their sentiments. They're not crying over cops dying in these streets, especially black people. They're definitely not crying.